So this morning, woke up about 4 in the morning to go do some PT. And for those of you that don't know, PT, physical training, is what we do in the military often. So being in the Army, we had to be up 2 hours early before we do our actual activity. So 6 in the morning, San Antonio, Texas, where I'm currently stationed. It's warm for this time of year. So we wake up 4 in the morning, we get our accountability, and then we go and do our physical exercise. So it's routine stuff, routine measures, do our accountability, say everyone's here, present, and then we go from there. So activity for typical Monday is a long run. Now we did about a 4-mile run, but within each mile or so, give or take, we had to do various exercises, whether it's push-ups, sit-ups, pull-up bars, anything crazy, it was done. So about the first mile we get done, we had to do lunges, iron mics from one point to another point, maybe an eighth of a mile, maybe about as long as we had to do it. We did that. All right, good. And about the next mile we had to do push-ups, maybe about 100 push-ups we did in total. And then after that we run into our third mile. Then we had to do flutter kicks. Flutter kicks is when we lie down supine on our back and we keep our feet fully extended 6 inches off the ground, and we alternate. Left foot goes up, right foot goes up, left foot goes up, right foot goes up, for a 4 count. And I couldn't remember the number, but I blacked out after a while. Once we get done, we get to the 4th mile, then we had to sprint a half-mile track. Alright, so at this point you have people with knees are hurting, shins are hurting, plantar fasciitis starts kicking in, lower back hurting, so everybody's hurting for this run. And then at the end of it, we have a little gathering in the form of it's called the AAR, so a little after action review. How was it? How can we improve? What should we sustain? And at the end of it, our individual in charge, our command sergeant major, asks, so was it good? And the typical Army response was, hooah. Hey, was that good? Hooah. You like this color? Hooah. You want to do that? Hooah. In actuality, deep down inside, you don't want to do it. You're probably lying to yourself. And that is known as false motivation in the military. So false motivation is what takes you half of the way to get something done. So essentially, I'm lying to you, I'm lying to myself, just to get the task done. Because at the end of the day, as long as I meet the mission and the intent, it's good to go. So along the lines of false motivation, we talk about deception, deceit, lying. Now, how do you feel when you ask somebody, how do you feel? Are you feeling okay? And they just give you, fine, or I'm alright, just doing my job. But then you're really genuine asking them, and you either A, know that they're lying, or 2, are unsure, but you're suspicious. And then your suspicion allows you to draw on, okay, let me further ask this individual how they feel. So talk about the lines of deceit and deception. So we already know within our class, 93% of all verbal communication, I'm sorry, not verbal, but communication comes through our nonverbal, while 7% is verbal. So we got to consider the effects of the nonverbal communication. So a lot of people will look at you and expect the verbal communication to play a key role, when actuality the nonverbal is what speaks louder than words. Now going back, if I ask you, alright, what is your favorite color? And you say, purple. Or what is your favorite color? Purple? What is your favorite color? I don't have one, I'll just say purple. Now out of those, which one would you take as an honest, true answer? Can you know? Can you figure it out? Is it all about my verbal tone? Am I just masking? Giving you an answer just to answer and get on to what I need to do next? Now, according to our outside reference we use by Bergens and Bueller's paper, How they define deception is a deliberate act perpetuated by sender to engender and a receiver believes contrary to what the sender believes is correct to put the receiver at a disadvantage. A lot of big words there, right? So essentially it is a individual purposely lying, and while they're purposely lying, there's an intent that goes along with why they're lying. And distinct behavior that could be linked to that is someone's likelihood of lying when it depends on the reason for the lie, the liar, the receiver of the lie, or its context. So it's not just, oh, that individual's lying just to lie. No, there's something behind it. There's a reason to it. And the reason why we did this study is because it is one of those things with no conclusive data really to say, well, A plus B equals C. Because A can be emotional factors, B can be nonverbal cues, verbal tones, all your nonverbal communications that plays a role into equating to C, D, E, F, G. Don't really know. There is no set A plus B equals C. So all of this information is really intriguing, in which fueled our fascination to conduct a study on this particular subject. And we hope you all enjoy. And I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to ask you one question, and that is, which part of this was true and which part of this was false?